Good morning, students. Last class we learnt the woman and the author had only communicated through post. The woman convinces the author to take her to a formal lunch. The lunch was at Foyer's, which was a fancy place, and the author was afraid that it would be too expensive for him. Now see page number 152. She was talkative. Now listen, the narrator explained how she was, that woman. Okay, she was talkative, but since she seemed to want to talk about me, okay, she wants to talk about the author, I was prepared to be an attentive listener. Okay, author was prepared himself to be an attentive listener. Okay, now see next para. I was stirred. Stirred means frightened. Frightened when the menu was brought. Okay, here I was startled means frightened. Here I means narrator. Okay, when the menu was brought, for the prices were a great deal higher than I had thought. After seeing the prices, that higher prices, he never thought about that. But she reassured me. Okay, she felt confidence. Okay, she reassured me, means narrator. Okay, now see here one question given. What do you think the woman reassured the narrator about? Okay, actually woman reassured the narrator that she would not be eating much. This means that the hotel bill would not be a high bill. Okay, now see next para. I never eat anything for luncheon, she said. Okay, when author meets the woman and is relieved when she tells him that she never eats more than one thing for lunch. Okay, now narrator was relieved. Why? When she tells him that she never eats more than one thing for lunch. Okay, now I never eat more than one thing. I think people eat for too much nowadays. A little fish, perhaps. I wonder if they have any salmon. Okay, now see, she said what she said. She said that she never eats more than one thing for lunch. That time narrator said, oh, don't say that. I answered generously, means narrator answered generously. That time she said again, I never eat more than one thing. I think people eat for too much nowadays. A little fish, perhaps. I wonder if they have any salmon. Salmon means that costly fish, a large edible fish. That means salmon. Now, first she ordered salmon. Well, it was early in the year for salmon and it was not on the menu. But I asked the waiter if there was any. Yes, a beautiful salmon had just come in. It was the first they had. Okay, I ordered it for my guest. At last, author ordered salmon for his guest. Okay, the waiter asked her if she would have something while it was being cooked. While salmon was being cooked, that time, if you want to order something, okay, that time, no, she answered, I never eat more than one thing unless you had a little caviar. I never mind caviar. I never eat more than one thing, but if you had little caviar, actually caviar means the eggs of various large fish. Okay, that also costly. Okay, caviar, again she ordered caviar. Okay, I knew I could not afford caviar. Now narrator knew. What he knew? He could not afford caviar, but I could not very well tell her that. For myself, I chose the cheapest dish on the menu, and that was a mutton chop. Okay, now see, narrator's guest, she ordered salmon, and after that she ordered caviar. Both are expensive. Okay, that time myself means for narrator, he select the cheapest dish on the menu. Okay, he checked the menu and he selected for him, okay, cheapest dish on the menu, and that was a mutton chop. Okay, narrator himself selected cheapest dish, which was that a mutton chop. Okay, I think you are unwise to eat meat. Okay, not following diet. That means, okay, now woman again started teasing him. You are unwise to eat meat means not following diet. She said, I don't believe in overloading my stomach. According to her, mutton chop means overloading. Okay, but she ordered salmon and next caviar she ordered, but she is teasing narrator. Okay, now see, she ate the caviar. Now she finished the caviar and she ate the salmon. Salmon also she finished. She talked gaily. Gaily means happily, merrily. Okay, of art and literature and music. She talked about art, literature and music. That also happily and merrily she talked. Okay, but I wondered what the bill would come to when my mutton chop arrived. That time narrator keep on thinking about the bill. Okay, why? She ordered costly things like salmon and caviar. Not so. Narrator what think about? He thinks about only the bill, which bill would come. Okay, when my mutton chop arrived, she took me quite seriously to task. Again, she took me quite seriously to task. I see that you are in the habit of eating a heavy luncheon. Okay, now see, she said, I think you were in the habit of eating a heavy luncheon. I am sure it's a mistake. Why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? I couldn't possibly eat anything more unless they had some of those giant asparagus. Okay, that asparagus also expensive leafy vegetable like spring onions. Okay, that means asparagus. Okay, now see, she again ordered asparagus. I should be sorry to leave Paris without having some of them. See, first she ordered caviar, salmon, caviar, now asparagus. Okay, my heart sank. That time narrator's heart sank. Why? The writer's heart sank because his friend expressed the desire to eat asparagus and the writer knew that they were expensive. That's why writer's heart sank. I had seen them in the shops, always he had seen them in the shops, and I knew that they were horribly expensive, very costly. Okay, horribly expensive means my mouth had often uttered at the sight of them. After seeing them, always narrator's mouth often watered. Okay, after seeing asparagus, I am not in the least hungry. I am not in the least hungry, my guest signed. But if you insist, if you like, I don't mind having some asparagus. I ordered them. Now again narrator slowly ordered asparagus. For whom? For the woman. Okay. Aren't you going to have any? No, I never eat asparagus. Okay. Now see, she asked, you are going to have any? That time narrator said, I never eat asparagus. Okay. Actually, mouth watering dish, narrator likes it, but he didn't pay for it. That's why he said, I never eat asparagus. Okay. Now see, we will continue on tomorrow.